pants down now. Oh, you're really gonna play this, dude? Right now?
Oh.
Look at this, he's trying to promo his own stuff, Mike.
What do you think? Like, I mean, look at him.
You're in my fucking house. How am I trying to promo you?
We went to fucking, to Michigan, and Logan tried to get on the aux, and he wouldn't let him. He was like, I had to be on the aux because I have his music in my playlist.
Who died?
You!
When?
We were in Michigan.
Oh,
Logan tried to get on the
That
aux.
one day?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And you're
That
like,
was
no,
so
no,
strange.
I don't want him on the aux.
Who has the worst music taste, you think?
Tyler.
100%.
100%.
We
I'd
listen
be in
to
the car
X and
smoking,
Juice
this
WRLD.
dude will throw on some beats. Like, bro, what?
We'll be playing golf and he's
Come
like,
on.
That's the producer in him, though, bro. That's how the motherfuckers are.
we're
like.
playing golf and this dude's playing like stuff I want to cry to when I'm alone. And shit.
Yeah, bro.
Bro, I'm like, Marco, I'm like,
We were
don't
sitting there the
listen
other
to that
night,
shit.
and he's playing music. I'm like, do you hear that music? And he's like, oh yeah, my bad. And he like turns it up a little bit, and it's like, that's sad shit.
He's
I'm
playing
bro.
like Star-Lord and shit.
Yeah, I'm like, you were watching Rush Hour. Turn that shit
See,
off.
he won't listen to this, so we can rip him apart. That dude has the absolute worst music taste. I hope you're listening, Markham. I really are. Piece of shit.
Something happened to that kid, man.
Oh, you know what happened.
Something.
Yeah.
I don't
BG
know
changed
when,
him.
but-
BG.
Don't go to
changed.
Bowling Green, everyone. It
Yeah.
changes you as a person. You know firsthand.
Did you go to BG?
I did.
Yeah, you did for 2
Yeah, you did.
semesters.
No, I'm just
You did. No, we actually went to school together in the beginning.
What?
Me and Ron.
Where?
Went to Grove City. For a little bit.
For like 5 days.
What's that? Down south?
No, Christian school in PA.
Really?
Mhm.
Conservative.
I remember seeing like those jerseys. Like someone I know must have went there. I seen them post.
They were boof when we were first
Yeah.
were there,
Yeah,
man.
and then
Did
they
they
won-
close up or no?
No,
They're still
those are
school.
Yeah, they're good now. They're raw now.
It was a part of a requirement.
Right,
They had to
see.
go to church.
They just went like,
Really?
yeah. When I was transferring, I never went to the masses. It was every Tuesday and Thursday. It was only like 15 minutes, but
Wow.
I don't
What
know.
was it? Methodist or something? Some sect?
I thought it was non-denominational.
yeah.
Is that how? Yeah, that probably makes sense, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so I
That's
go to
cool.
mass. It was just people speaking, but I would never go just because I didn't really.
Yeah, bro. They fucked.
I don't know. That wasn't for me.
They
I didn't
literally
care.
called me the financial aid officers. They're like, "Hey, yo, $6,000." I'm like, I'm not paying fucking $6,000.
Who is this?
Like,
No.
what?
But yeah, I had to go to like 14 in a row, or else I couldn't transfer. Like they hold it.
Really?
Like yeah, there's some sort of accountability.
So you guys
For some
went there
reason.
for football, right?
Yeah.
Did you last the football season or what happened?
Fuck, man.
I was hurt. I couldn't even play.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Off for it.
Did that end your career? You go somewhere else?
Nope, that was it.
Wow. That sucks.
And after that, it was over.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, once you get to that point, it's no longer a sport. Like, having
It's a
fun.
job, huh?
It's a fucking job.
Yeah, that makes
like,
sense.
waking
Yeah,
up
even
for-
that first day, dude, that was tough.
Really?
Man. Yeah, it's an adjustment. I mean, it was like 14 hours straight, all football.
What was it like? Like, how to start? Like, just the tough,
Early ass
crucible.
crucible on. You wake up, just tired, like the same clothes you wear all week. It's hot.
Yeah.
Like gross cafeteria food. You go watch film, meetings, work
We'd all
out.
pray before we'd eat type shit.
I feel like that and being in like the military and maybe some aspects of prison are kind of like
Mhm.
tied in. You know
The
what I mean?
communal
Yeah,
aspect.
Yeah, like that's what I'd be
Yeah.
thinking. Like the shower, all that type of stuff.
Mhm.
Like like your facilities where you're sleeping, this and that. Like
Yeah.
it's all got to be like.
Like, it's different, like, when you go to high school because you're with those kids, like obviously where we went, like, you had kids from, like, Willoughby, East Lake, Willoughby.
It's
Willoughby Hills,
You
like,
guys
Dayton.
had people all over the country.
Yeah,
huh?
like, we had people did, like,
it's different there, bro.
Yeah, it was
it's
just
it's not even like going like when I was at Ohio State. That was pretty. I mean, it's a mix of kids. Like it's normal.
Yeah.
It was like
Yeah.
high school. This was
How many were on the football team? 60,
roughly
70?
50, 60
Something
kids.
like that. Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
lot. Your own little community within a bigger, community.
Yeah.
How many kids went to school? A couple thousand, maybe, or small,
It's smaller. Like, what, 2, 3?
Yeah, it's probably like 3,000.
The campus was nice, honestly.
Yeah,
it really
super
was.
nice.
Nice.
It's in a nice spot in PA.
How'd they get y'all to go there? Did they?
Yeah, they would pull us out of, yeah, they first started
This
with
dude was relentless, dude.
Bainey. I hope you ever listen to this,
Derek
dude.
Bainey.
He was, nut, dude. What was he, like 6'2"?
No, he's like 6'6", bro. He's
Was he
huge.
6'6"?
Yeah.
Ripped.
Wow.
They would come and pull us out of like school and shit. Like come down to the guidance, talk to him and shit. They call you nonstop, ask you how your games
So
were.
they were thirsty for you guys.
Facts.
Yeah.
They loved us.
Right. And you guys are big linemen.
Bad.
Yeah.
It was bad, dude.
The one coach, Donato, he was rough. The head coach, he was cool.
Yeah, he was super cool, but yeah, Bainey was a nut job. He was our recruiter though. He
Yeah.
handled everything.
Yeah.
Stays, food,
Mhm.
all the
Because we did that overnight. So we like went there for like a weekend. Stayed with these dudes. They were on the team. We went bowling and
Slept on
shit.
the floor, bro.
Slept on the floor. It was awful.
You guys were hustling, man.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
We were trying to get
Hustling
after it.
as athletes.
Dude, remember when we were driving home? This dude, like, you know how, like, you're supposed to let people pass, like, if they're around a truck? Ryan stayed right here next to the semi. We're driving the whole way through, and he's not letting people pass. Remember when he had his drink? You were just sitting here chilling?
Oh,
and people were slamming on the horn and shit.
He didn't care.
It was for like half hour. We were just driving right in line with the semi, dude. Too late to traffic.
Dude, that's the best when people do stupid.
That's crazy. You remember that?
I ain't getting over for no one.
No,
like type shit.
It was insane.
Yeah.
They were
I don't know why
relentless,
we did that.
They gave us, like, workout packets and shit.
And you guys were in a bus, right?
No,
A
no,
bus
we were
next
in a
to
car.
someone.
In
Oh, I
his
was
car.
gonna say, okay.
Yeah, we were in
That's
his
fine.
car.
It
Was
was-
it the White Mamba?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, man.
We were, like, driving like this, and then a 2-lane highway, the other truck's right here. Just in unison, not letting anyone pass, or just stalemate the entire way for like 10 miles, bro. It was
That's
insane.
gold.
Yeah, it was
Gotta
fun.
love it.
Yeah, it was fun. Definitely an experience. I couldn't go back though.
So what did you do after you went to Ohio State after?
Yeah, Ohio State. That was a good time. That was a great time, dude. I miss Columbus so much.
No football though, right?
No, thought about walking on,
Mhm.
just because the requirements were so low. It was really just like they host walk on tryouts.
I could have seen you long snapping.
I really think I could have, bro.
Yeah,
I
you were
could do
nuts.
that. I could do that for no reason.
That's
Like,
your ability. Like you have a
just
good.
no reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
That's a
Laser.
gift.
laser.
But
Nuts.
So walk on wise, what would they do? Pick a couple walk ons a year?
all you had, yeah, they would pick like 10 guys just
Oh,
as
that
GPA
many?
boosters because you had to have a 3.75 to try out. So and then all they had you do was like a 225 bench press, like a test, an L drill, and a 40-yard dash. That's like all they did. Decided not to. Went to school. Ended up coming home. My parents got sick. Did that. Was going to Lakeland for business. Didn't want to do that. Ended up. I was just actually like enrolled in Lakeland's police academy. I was going to go the law enforcement route.
Wow.
Ended up some stuff I may have tried in my past kind of hindered that route.
Did they figure that out, or like you had to tell them?
I mean,
type?
it was just, I was just at a standstill. I mean, my own dad was a cop, and he was
Yeah.
telling me lie about it, and I was like, I really was the only one. My mom was telling me a little bit of both. Like, it was kind of indirectly telling me to lie, but telling me to tell the truth directly. I didn't want to lie. Just because I didn't want to get like boned in the end for some reason.
Right.
So
come to haunt you.
and then I came across like the first, like they make you fill out a personal history statement. The first one I did was for the city of Cleveland, and I wrote down what I had tried.
Mm-hmm.
So no matter what, I was like, SOL. So I pulled out, and then I immediately jumped into I've been wanting to do like IT for a long time and go back to school, but I was always like, well, I tried it, it didn't work, like it's gonna take long, like, but in the end I'm still gonna be 26, 27 when I'm done anyways.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
no better time than now, I guess.
Yeah, 100%. So many jobs, remote jobs. All these companies hiring. I'm looking for one myself. Trying to get into this data analyst stuff, but yeah, it's interesting out here in the job field right now. Seems like there's so many positions, but still these companies aren't filling them because they're probably looking to lay off people right now.
Oh yeah, I heard a lot of people are laying hot.
Rocket Mortgage, a lot of big companies.
Yeah.
I've seen in the news recently.
Now, why is that?
Your boy's here.
Tell them, keep them down. Tell them. Let them stay down. So when you like look back on it, do you think like not going the police academy route is the best thing? Like, I mean, you see how like police are treated now. You think you're like, yeah, especially in Cleveland. I can only imagine. What it's like.
I mean, dude, after I took 5 minutes to think about Cleveland, I was like, absolutely not.
Yeah. But I understand, like, obviously your dad doing it. Like,
Either way, I would have been straight, but if I would have went the law enforcement route, like, I would have had to start at, like, not to sound like that, dude, but I would have had to start at, like, the Fairports or, like, the Grand River.
Right.
Like, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's going to be much better off this way. Like, I'll have my associates in IT in less than a year from now.
Right.
Once I have that, there's a ton more stuff I can do.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the pay is crazy even for an associates. And then I'm gonna be at Kent, like through Lakeland's Holden program.
Yeah.
They do that.
Yeah.
Oh,
They,
nice.
like
Yeah, so
subcontract
that's
it out.
huge.
Nice.
And dude, it's only like 6 bands a year
Yeah,
tuition.
That's nice.
So-
I remember that Cleveland State, they used to outsource to the Holden Center in Curlin,
Yeah,
and I would have like class up there sometimes.
yeah. There's a whole bunch of schools.
Dude, it's
whole
nice
bunch
in
of
there.
partnerships.
It's nice.
Yeah, but everything's delivered online, so that's cool. So there's like no interference that way.
Right.
Then from that point on, it's gonna be. I'm at the point now where I'm kind of deciding if I want to go like the application development route, which they do have. I would say software development, but they don't offer that. So I'd rather just. It's pretty close to the same. If I wanted to go one way or the other from that point, I could. Or cybersecurity.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's where a lot of money is.
That's the growth,
cybersecurity.
the projected growth.
Because every company's gonna have to have those people.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm
Yeah.
just kind of waiting to get to that point.
I mean, if anyone can do it, it's you. I mean, I've known you for a long time. You're smart. One of the smartest people I know. 100%.
Oh, get me all bricked
I
up,
know.
man.
Mhm.
Chill.
Where's little Jimmy at?
You're about to see
No, but I
me.
mean, like I said, you really are like, I know. Like, if I need something like that way, you're the guy for it. 110%.
Hey,
So, like, why, like, you go, like, from a cop route to, like, a whole tech route? That's kind of like a 180 shift.
Yeah, that'd be so much different. Like, but kind of similar, maybe in a sense, if he goes into security of some form. But yeah, why?
so, like, the law enforcement route is what was. So basically, like, my first try with school is what it felt like to me for a long time was like I tried and I failed.
Mm-hmm.
Which was really unfamiliar for me.
Yeah.
And it was like it was hard. It was hard to deal with too in a way, like just because the expectations that were set on me, like just from my family.
Yeah.
Because no one, the only person in my whole entire family that's went to college is my aunt.
Yeah.
So like
A lot of cops in your family.
there was a lot of talk. So I went to school, tried, failed. So like that was tough. So what was comfortable was the law enforcement because there's a lot of. My dad was a cop in the city of Euclid for 28 years.
Wow.
Cleveland Heights for 5. Both my grandparents were. My grandfathers were in the Navy and the Air Force.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just easy. I mean, I grew up around it with my dad. My dad was always around. So.
Right.
That's what I grew up around, so that was comfortable. I wanted to do it. I used the example I used in my reasoning was that because me and my dad fell into this rough patch as I was deciding to do this, so I had this whole agenda to do the job better than he did, just because
Yeah.
if
You need to carry on like
if
the
anyone
family
out there
legacy.
knows my dad and who he is and the way that I'm speaking of him, then you know what I mean.
Did he pressure you at all, or was it more like he wanted you to do it?
He for the longest time he didn't want me to do it.
Wow.
He ended up retiring after they responded to a call and multiple cities responded and an officer from another city sent a warning shot through the house they were at and it went all the way through the house and through the door that my dad and his partner were at.
Really?
So he's and he was at retirement age. He's like, fuck that.
I'm done with this.
Damn.
I'm not doing it.
Yeah, that's
So
tough.
he always pushed me away. Just because of the environment he was into. I mean, Euclid's not
Oh,
the
yeah.
place.
I grew up there.
It's not the place it once was.
No.
So he just always pushed me away. But when I came to him, I was like, "This is what I want to do." But that was just me again, just going towards comfort. He was super supportive. Just kind of took off from there, that whole process. But I'm grateful for that process because that's what led me to lose the weight in the effective way that I did, not that first time around, for real this time.
Mm-hmm.
And just build a healthy lifestyle from basically the ground up.
Yeah. So you think the failures led you to that? Losing all the weight, you're like, fuck it, I just gotta basically rebuild myself.
Bear down.
That's what it came to, just completely restructure myself from the ground up. I didn't like anything that was going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of potential being so underutilized. I didn't even know how to respond to the underutilization. It was it was just a tough spot. I didn't know as much as I thought I did.
Mm-hmm.
I was overconfident.
Right.
Coming out of high school, I didn't take care of what I needed to.
Yeah.
It was just a culmination A whole bunch of negative stuff.
So you think like your whole like psyche changed, like the way you view the world, the way you view society and stuff like that?
Yeah, I
You
got.
have to like view it a certain way to like be a police officer. So I'm wondering like how it changed. Like, was it like from an inside out or the outside in? You're like looking at your surroundings and you're like, damn, I gotta really change myself because of X, Y, and Z. Or you're just like, fuck, man, like I'm not going where I thought I needed to be. Society's one way or the other, but I have to be the change I see.
I definitely go with the latter.
Yeah.
That kind of resonates more with me. Yeah.
How much weight have you lost
Uh,
since your peak?
Like 125.
125 pounds.
Mhm.
Wow, that is damn near, most of what I weigh.
Think about that.
That's crazy. That's
Wow.
like you lost a whole person,
Yeah, dude.
a small person.
That shit was tough, but
It's just crazy.
That is nuts.
that's
God
the decision I
bless.
ever made for real.
Yeah, it's gotta be so different. Like you have to feel so
It's
different every
180,
day.
dude.
Yeah.
Like when
And
you
you
wake up and when you do stuff, like, and you're an active guy. It seems
Yeah.
like so. Man, that's crazy.
Especially when you were walking out,
Salute.
like literally told him, I was like, I went to a school, used to go to school together, and I was like, it's literally the first time I seen you, I was like, holy shit, dude, you look really good. Like,
I
It's
appreciate
crazy to
that,
see.
man.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, it's I don't know. I just feel like I'm a completely new person. Like,
Yeah. So like, what do you think like the hardest part of the whole thing was? Like, dieting, actually working out, or like the discipline factor of both of those?
I feel like it's so cyclical. Like at first, the dieting was tough.
That's the hardest part
being,
for me.
Being accustomed, like when you first start, you're accustomed to like eating until you're full. You're accustomed to those artificial sugars that you're taking in, those artificial flavors, all those flavor boosters, and like eating without bounds. Like that's the toughest part.
So you really
because
just
you're-
like eat till like you're satisfied. Not till
because
you're
it
full.
is when you jump into it, like it's like cold turkey type shit. Like you're
Yeah.
like quitting that and starting clean eats.
Yeah.
That's like a shock to your body. It's tough.
Mhm.
And then, like, but it eventually does become.
Second nature.
Yeah, like once you do it for a couple weeks, it becomes habitual, and then like those cravings go away, and like you don't even want anything else.
Right.
Do you think to lose like large amounts of weight, you have to go all in, like all aspects of it? You can't just like work out. You can't just eat healthy. It's got to be like the whole thing, kind of
Yeah, you just.
It has to be your
You
whole
have
lifestyle.
to be a completely different person.
dedicated.
Yeah. In the kitchen, in the weight room, just in the way you think, everything has to be positive, just good energy,
Yeah.
good choices, everything, yeah, just good.
What's your favorite meal now?
My favorite meal now? Whew, I don't know, I'm a bad boy sometimes, bro.
I know you're the Oreo monster.
Yeah. Yeah, right now I pack Oreos to get smacked around.
Yeah.
But, I don't know, dude. I can mess around with a steak, man.
Yeah.
That'd be my go-to. Easy.
Mm-hmm. What do you think about people that are like strictly vegetarians? How do you feel about
I
that?
don't get it.
You don't get it?
I respect it,
Yeah.
but
Meat's good for you. It's not
Yeah.
all bad. There's
Yeah.
so much good in there, right?
Yeah.
That's why I don't get, because vegetarians argue, well, we don't need meat. I think humans do need meat.
Yeah,
From
if
I've seen.
if I didn't have meat, bro, I don't know how.
I'd be fucking struggling, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
No one would be big, bro. Just because like there's not enough protein. I mean, eventually over time you gotta think like.
But it would take so long, right?
Yeah,
Mm.
your body would eventually adapt. I mean, you'd have to be committed for years. But,
Yeah. I mean, you like hear shit about like fad diets, like you can go like keto, you can do Atkins and shit like that. So like, what worked for you? Like, I know we've like talked about it before, but like what exactly was your routine? You'd wake up, and would you eat right away? When would you stop eating? When would you eat?
The biggest thing was being in a caloric deficit.
Mm.
But when I first started doing it, I didn't really know how much I was taking in initially. Like I didn't know what my baseline was, or like what my break even point.
Did you ever
was.
go like get your blood tests and stuff like that? Get like nothing? You just like fuck it.
I don't got it like that.
I was just asking.
What
I don't
Who are
know.
you talking?
What do you
to?
think?
Yeah.
What did you think you were taking calories wise when you were way bigger compared to like what you try to now?
Shit, dude.
We talking
I mean,
2,000,
3,000.
5-6K.
Times when, I mean, it depends if we got fried or not, bro. If we got fried, then anything in the house was in
Jeez.
trouble, bro.
If you had what?
Like, if we were fried,
Oh, right.
anything in the crib.
Yeah, you'd eat
was-
whatever.
was-
Right. Junk food galore, right?
it's on high alert, bro.
Yeah.
Anything, yeah. I mean, I'd say 4K easy. probably average, which
Right.
is insane.
I'm trying to get down to like 2,500, 2,750. Like I'm getting to that point right
That's
now.
about what I'm at now. Like
I'm trying to get
like
to that point.
2,500.
That's my problem. Like I have no problem going to the gym. I have no problem eating, somewhat decent food. The only problem is like staying disciplined to do it because I'm just like sometimes I'm like fuck. Man.
That's why I be trying to entice you, like, you want to hit sheets, and you be telling me no.
I did tell you not the
Yeah,
last couple times.
you be telling me no. I'm just trying
I
to
told
see
you I
where
was
you
trying
at.
Wait, whoa, top three items, some sheets. I need it from you first.
Dude, I love the snack wraps.
I-
The fucking
those are
chicken
good.
snack
I
wraps.
get the
For
app
real?
thing.
Yeah, I
In the
love
top
it.
3?
Yeah.
Okay.
Easy. 3. 2 would probably.
This is the silver level now.
Yeah. Fuck. That's a hard one. I'd probably say the app sampler. You got a
Yeah.
couple apps.
You can't go wrong with that. That's
No,
what
you
I
can't.
do.
It's heat. It's
It's
heat
just
every
easy.
time, bro.
Yeah,
It's heat
that's
every
bad.
time.
Get the little buffalo sauce. It's like,
Oh,
Ooh, that's a bad little thing.
I can't believe people probably eat that food every day though.
Oh, they do.
That little
Oh,
bit of
yeah.
shit.
You know what I seen this morning, bro? No cap. I was on my way to work. I seen at the light. I seen some lady smoking a cig and drinking a pop. from
That's
McDonald's.
awesome. Early.
And I left at 5:30 in the
Oh,
morning
that's
to go to work. And I
dope.
literally looked. I was like,
She's probably up
damn,
on
like
that.
I might be overweight now, but I'm not to that extent. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not like that.
Yeah.
And thank God, bro. I couldn't even
You're
imagine.
straight.
That's unhealthy as fuck.
Yeah,
Nah,
right.
you're doing good, bro.
Yeah, you
Trying.
definitely getting smaller, Logan.
I'm trying.
You and
Dude, it's
American
literally
are
the
looking
hardest
really
part
good.
is literally just trying to eat clean. That's the
Yeah.
hardest part. Like I love going to the gym. I love going to the sauna. I love doing all that type of shit. Like going on hikes, whatever. Like pushing myself like physically. But fuck, dude, sometimes
It's different, huh? In the gym.
Yeah.
Like, you feel like you're really
Yeah, it's the best
sculpting.
stress relief, and that's what when they try to like push like antidepressants and all those serotonin reuptake inhibitors, SSRIs and shit. Like, I would never even like need that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, obviously, like everyone gets depressed. Sometimes you're like, fuck, I don't need this shit. Like this whole life.
There's
thing.
an outlet for everyone.
Yeah, but like when you go in the gym and shit, and you just fucking rinse yourself, and you're leaving, you go to the sauna, you get a little swim in and shit. And you get out and you're like, wow, man, like,
Refreshed.
dude, it's like a whole,
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, dude, the gym saved me.
yeah.
That ass. Like,
Mm-hmm.
when all that shit, like, when I came home, like the culmination of all that shit, like that was probably, like, the darkest part, like,
Mm-hmm.
of my life.
Right.
I wanted to ask you, Ohio State, it was probably really easy to just have an unhealthy ass life down there, right?
Bro.
All the
like,
drinking, all the
Oh.
food, all the other shit. I
you
mean,
knew who
it's
my-
nothing good.
My roommate,
He who should not be named.
shout out to Cub.
Mr. Bibb. He never sent me the link for the Glock chassis, by the way, so I hope he listens to this. He never sent it to me, Kevin. Thanks.
Thanks, Kev.
Appreciate it, bud. But yeah, so were you drinking a lot?
Oh, yeah.
Like every day.
Thursday to Sunday.
Whew,
Really?
that's
Yeah,
tough.
bro.
Now, how much were you drinking, do you think, on average?
10 drinks a night at least.
Really?
Wow.
At least. Yeah.
Man.
Now, was it like, so obviously you're drinking.
Yeah,
that
let's
much.
talk about how unhealthy the kid got, bro. Let's dive into this shit. For real.
So, like, what were you just drinking? Like, strictly beer, hard liquor, clear? dark?
Anything. It didn't
Anything you
matter.
get your
It's
fucking hands
college.
on.
You getting the cheap shit and you getting whatever the fuck you
Yeah.
get your hands
It
on.
didn't matter, bro.
Right. That's fair.
It'd be to the point, dude. It was to the point where, like, we were going out. We'd start drinking, like, after class.
When would class end?
Oh, I had a recitation on Friday, so I didn't get out till, like, 6.
What's recitation?
Like, you have lectures during the week, and then, like, at the end of the week, it's
Like early
It's
release
like a
type
40.
shit?
It's like a 45-minute like recap, like small classroom type. Just because Ohio State was so big,
Yeah.
those lectures were.
Yeah, your
insane.
classroom's probably like 500 kids.
Yeah, what was the
in
biggest
front.
class you had?
1,200.
Oh, you can have them that big?
It was a whole building dedicated.
You know what my biggest
to that
class at
one lecture.
CSU was?
What?
80.
No, 45.
That's
What?
pretty nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Shout
That
out
was
to
a
CSU.
lecture.
Shout out to the hometown boys.
Yeah. The Vikings.
yeah.
Undefeated football team.
My lecture was worth your lecture though.
Yeah, no, that's.
If it came down,
I didn't
to
like
it,
big lecture halls, though. I didn't
Those
like
classes put me to sleep when I went.
Mhm.
Couldn't do
I
it.
used to never pay attention, bro. I was so bad in Columbus.
That's such a backwards way
I'm
of
ex-
learning,
I'll
I
expose
think.
I
myself.
agree.
Yeah.
They're just talking on a monologue, and you're just sitting there supposed to just take in all these notes and listen for 45 or an hour straight. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I
dude,
couldn't
it was
do it.
stupid. I was looking up like football videos on YouTube.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like,
it.
I was-
You got your laptop and shit.
Yeah,
right?
dude, I
so-
was just sitting there.
right. It's different times.
Yeah, dude.
And like you said, you're like a pretty smart guy, so you can feel like you just like pick shit up. Like you
Yeah.
kind of look at it once, okay, I kind of understand.
Yeah, and I was doing that for a while, but then it's just like the party, like that, that whole lifestyle, like the party lifestyle, just took over.
Does it get old sometimes? Like when you were going through it, or not really? You're going through it, so you didn't really think about it that way.
No, I didn't think about it. That's like all we gave.
That's
like
all you
we
cared
about.
Yeah.
How much were you spending?
Yeah, that's what I always.
I mean, we took advantage of the specials they had going, like dollar bombs and stuff. But I mean, it was at least $200 a weekend.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy
Wow.
shit! Just
Bro.
on drinking.
Yep.
Wow.
Amongst other things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Drinks, weed, blow, everything, bro.
Really?
Yeah. People would come visit. Just
Oh,
that's
yeah.
all we cared about, bro.
Getting fucked up.
Yeah. That's what it was.
Wow.
Would you guys go to the football games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
I never been to one.
Best
Yeah, me
football
either.
game- Best game
100,000
I've
people.
ever been to my life. 2017 Ohio State versus Penn State.
Oh, when we went to overtime, didn't we?
No, we were about to.
We won at
We
the
were
end.
down by like 18.
Yeah.
Came back fourth quarter. JT Barrett went crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my dog.
Yeah.
Were you there when who was it that died? Braxton Miller? What? Who's
No,
the
Dwayne
one?
Haskins.
Dwayne Haskins. Yeah. Were you there or no? Did you go to school with him, or is he way off age wise?
No, we were we went to school at the same time.
He's the same age as us.
Isaiah
What?
Prince was my stats lab partner.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
funny, dude.
That's-
Did he show up?
Tackle for the Dolphins now.
Yeah. That's nice.
Did
Yeah,
they
he
actually have to
showed
go to
up.
class?
Yeah.
Like those athletes, they
I
have
mean,
to
like
go
he
to class.
didn't really have to do anything. There was like,
They finagle it.
Yeah.
You get blessed when you're an athlete.
for real, bro. It's crazy, dude. This dude would talk about the craziest shit.
That's awesome.
It is kind of.
They do work really hard though. Like that's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like that's a
You don't
lot.
have time to do that regular
Yeah.
shit. You're that
Yeah.
shit. That's why that student
Yeah,
athlete
that-
term to me is just so wrong, dude. If
You
you're
like that
going,
you
you're an
can-
athlete.
that you can make money now with NIA shit. You like that?
The likeness and all that.
I don't know.
I think
man.
it's fucked the
tough.
game up. It's a good thing, but it fucked the game up. It'll
Yeah,
never
they
be the
didn't do.
same.
I don't think they did it right, but
No.
I don't know. But I'm not the one to say how they could do it better.
NCAA is gonna fall.
But I
That's
mean,
my
like,
safe.
I do think that some of these kids should get some of the bread because, like, these big name guys, like this year, like Bryce Young is going to be a name that brings millions of dollars to the NCAA. C.J. Stroud is going to be a name that brings millions of dollars. To
What do you
the
think
NCAA.
CJ's going to do this year?
He's going to win a Heisman.
You think so?
Yeah, book it.
All right, so you have to name your top five. Like, we're going to the playoffs. We're going to try to get to the championship. Who's getting in?
Who's getting in like top four
Yeah.
playoffs?
Yeah.
I'm out of my depth. I gotta hear this.
Ohio State,
Fair.
me,
Mm-hmm.
Georgia.
Yeah.
I think Clemson's back.
Really?
Yeah.
They fell off last year, didn't they?
Yeah.
They lost, like, what, 3 or 4 games?
Yeah, they're trash, but
I mean, Bama.
I hate them for real.
I don't like any of those southern schools.
Bama,
be
yeah,
honest.
Bama.
Never root for them.
I don't know. That's probably what it's gonna be.
Cincy.
Bama, yeah, it could be
Cincy.
another run. Could be another one, dude.
Who's their coach?
You like
Luke
them?
Fickle?
Yeah,
Dog. Oh,
They were good.
yeah.
wow. I think that would be one of the Ross jobs, to be, like, college coach.
I know a guy that's going to school at West Virginia, and
Yeah.
he's going through like they have like a special program where
Yeah.
you work with their program and then you become a coach and this and that.
That's so
I
hard.
think it's so cool.
That's
like,
what
the coolest thing.
That's
Shout
what
out Drew
Conry
Costa.
did. Remember Ryan Conry?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
Where'd he do it?
He did that at Ohio State.
That's
he's,
awesome.
He was the coach at North.
He-
was
Nice.
there.
he's a defensive backs coach at Cal now.
See, that's
Really?
dope.
Yeah,
And
dude.
he living life. Like he got raw life out there.
And
He's
he's
doing
getting his
that.
master's degree and shit for free.
Wow.
That's awesome.
He's a good guy, though, so I'm glad.
Dude, bro.
Good for him.
Wow.
Yeah, he was in my roommate's frat, like when I transferred to Ohio State after that
Mhm.
first semester at Grove City.
Yeah.
Random, bro. Like, what are the odds of that? 60,000 people on that campus. We go to their frat house.
Yeah, that's strange.
And then Connery's in there. I'm like, oh, dude.
What was it like going from a small school to like the biggest school they got?
It felt like I was going, like, downtown, just, like, walking to a spot where I'm supposed to be, for real. Like, just not talking to anyone
Mhm.
unless you, like, initiate a conversation.
So you're always around like people you don't really know, right?
Yeah.
When you're at that
Yeah.
scale.
You
Yeah.
never see the same
Thank you,
face.
Flash.
Wow, that's crazy.
Like, at least it's the least.
I feel like even OU and some of them other places are different that way. You know, you run into the same, you know, there's not as much choice. You know,
Right.
some of them college towns, they only got 8 bars or something like that. You know, when you're in Columbus, it's a big city. Bigger than Cleveland even though.
I mean, I've never really, like, I've been down to Ohio State and stuff. I really haven't walked around.
Very beautiful.
Just like for Grove City, bro, like, it's just a little, like, farm town. There's nothing.
Yeah.
And then I mean, imagine, like, just going to, like,
Bible
it's like
town.
living in
Whoa,
rural
so
Madison.
outlet malls out there.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did have outlet malls.
No sales tax?
No, there's no sales tax in PA, is there?
Correct.
Right. See.
That's nice.
Yeah, so
Hopefully-
slow your roll there, bucko.
Hopefully we get rid of ours. The income tax.
Are they thinking about that, by
I
the
think
way?
10 years.
I thought you said something. What did you say today?
What?
Something. Oh, they're getting rid of the gas tax?
Yeah, the federal gas tax. So when the people say, oh, the president doesn't have any power, tell them to
Yes.
go fuck themselves.
Dumbest thing I ever heard someone say. The president doesn't control oil.
How do you feel about the gas, huh? We'll get a little political.
Yeah, let's hear it.
How do I feel about the gas?
Yeah, how do you feel, like, I mean, I think I have, like, a pretty good understanding of, like, where you lean, but, like, I want to hear you expand a little bit. Like, what do you think of, like, the current administration, where the country's going, outlook?
I don't know. There's that. From my perspective, there's not a whole lot of good to say. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I really just don't pay that much attention to that stuff anymore. Just cause it's just.
God bless your soul. That's a good thing.
It's just so
It's
hard.
taxing.
It's so much, dude. It's so much strain on the brain. Like, trust me. Like, I know exactly what you mean.
I thought it was all,
I
like,
don't, I don't like the administration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I mean, you know where I lie, bro.
You go about your life. It don't matter who's in charge.
Yeah, that's kind of the deal. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah.
True.
I thought I was like, I was really optimistic until I met them. And then they kind of got me on the whiz. Especially
What?
like, to open up your eyes. That's not like what you think it is, you know what I'm saying?
We ain't watching the same movie.
We're not watching the same movie. It's all a scheme, bro. It's just all a scheme.
It's all money.
These people can trade stocks.
Oh, we're talking like that? Yeah,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
get like that, dude. I thought you were asking me something like, how do you feel about Joe Biden?
No.
I'm like, dude, I can't answer that kind of question right now.
That's how we were talking
Hey,
about
put
the
your
last, like, oh my God, what?
tinfoil hat on and let's
Oh, we can get to it. Yeah, dude, everything. I was thinking about this like on the drive here, actually, like while I was getting silly.
Because we like hearing different people's opinions, you know what I mean? And you know them and stuff. I
Yeah.
just met you today, you know what I mean? You ain't gotta be scared to say nothing. Like,
Yeah,
that's
it's just crazy out there. I think it's so crazy that everyone, like, you just look around and you see how unaware people are of like what's really going on around them, and just I don't know. There's so much. You guys start the conversation. I'll hop in, dude,
We'll
because
start with you. Tell them where you
talk
go.
about the
I'm
NPCs.
excited about.
Oh,
yeah,
that's what
that's what we wanted to say.
I went to the gas
NPCs.
station.
off.
NPCs.
I went to the gas station. No, I was at the Y, bro. I was at the Y. This kid had all the, like, he was getting all the kids out of the locker room, whatever. He came up to me. And he said,
What? Were you in the locker room?
Yes, bro. I was in the locker
Whoa!
room. He was just like, how's it going today? I was like, I'm great. Can't complain. The weather's really nice outside. And I was like, okay, that's all right, whatever. He's like, I hope you have a really good day today. Everyone deserves a great day. I was like,
Dude, they're
was
not
that a
real
Sims
human
character?
beings.
Like, dude, it was so weird. It was like, I don't even know how to explain. Like, when you have, like, conversation like us or, like, we're talking to one another, like, it just feels different, you know? Like,
You know it's a human.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I know that's
Yeah.
a fucking human right there. You know what I mean?
That's
Well,
like when we
when
went
he's-
to Michigan. The
That was
cashier,
strange.
But that was weird. We went to like this little spot. It was like a downtown Willoughby type area, but it was like right on the water. It was like all like
Beautiful.
old, you know. We went to the store, and she's like, "Weather's nice, huh? Good day for a boat." Like just all like real weird. Sounded like I was
It's like
in Skyrim
Fallout.
or
You know
something.
Fallout,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
NPCs.
yeah.
That's what like I feel like we've all run into. Like you ever feel like you run into someone like that?
Yeah,
It's just
bro.
it's not real, dude. Like there's nothing up there. They're just like a robot.
Yeah.
Like for real. And there's
Yeah.
a lot of
Fill in the blanks.
cashiers. A lot of cashiers I feel like are
They
there.
have to.
Bro, just look into people's eyes. You can tell. You can always tell. The
It's a full
fluoride
body.
eyes. Just you can tell when
Lizard
somebody
eyes.
is. Bro, you know how they say like when you look into somebody's eyes, you can tell if they've like done psychedelics. It's the same thing. You look into somebody's eyes, you could just tell it's just hollow up here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's just
Well,
people
what
going
happens
through
when you look in my eyes?
you right now.
Yeah, because you don't want to.
Yeah, I don't know. I think we're fucked.
What do you think about all these prices out here? Don't you think things have kind of gotten crazy?
It's
bad, isn't it?
I mean, it's incredible just to look back on what things were and what they are now. And
Yeah. Especially
I mean, you're paying hundreds of percents more. People don't realize in the last 10 years than you are.
Mm-hmm.
Like
on the same stuff they've bought.
year over year, that's cute, but like, dude, you got to pay attention to like what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not the same anymore. It's not the same lifestyle anymore. It's not the same spending power anymore.
We have to be so smart, like financially. I feel like, and I feel like the generations above us weren't on that wave because they got to just work and be all right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like that ain't gonna be the same for us.
Yeah,
you know
that's what
I
I'm
mean?
saying. Because if they had to go back and like with what they know now and get dropped in here, they'd be just like everyone else.
Exactly.
Because they never had to rely on themselves. Like everything was employer backed, interest rates on like CDs and stuff were 10%. Like you just
My grandpa got 17 on something, and he put what 20 or 100,000 in. I mean,
Like,
year over year.
Yeah, that's insane, and like, but that just doesn't exist anymore. And and nowadays people are responsible for a lot more of their own decisions. Like those sort of things don't exist anymore. So you got to make more decisions for yourself.
I look at it like,
and then it's like there's so much information out there now.
oh yeah,
Like it's at the tips of your fingers, but there's so much of it.
Mhm.
Now it's people's job to go weed through that and figure out what's credible, what's
Yeah,
not,
be able to
what's
discern
good.
it.
Yeah. So and it's just like a matter of people wanting to do that.
yeah. I was thinking about like
Or not.
our parents and then their parents, like they could just go to high school, have a job, and be set.
Yeah.
Like for us, you have to go to high school. You don't have to necessarily go to college, but you need some sort of post-secondary education. And on top of the job that you have, you also need another set. Yeah, you need something else. Like,
Everybody needs side incomes.
Yeah.
I'm a firm believer in
You
that.
have to.
Yeah.
It's so easy to have them nowadays. It's almost a bad excuse to not have them. That's how I look at it.
Mhm.
It's like a must. You gotta have other incomes, bro, than just your normal job. Unless your normal job paying crazy. But even then, I feel like you need some side incomes for stuff, you know?
I mean, even if you invest in like dividend stocks, like that's still side income. You know, like your money's still working for you.
Absolutely.
But like people that have like they'll have like their full-time job, then they'll have vending machines, and then they'll have some sort of like subscription service. and
Real
then they'll have-
estate.
Yeah, and then real estate, and then they have crypto and they're staking or dividends and stuff like that. Like
That's how you grow it.
Yeah, you have to make the money work for you.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. I want to go back to like the whole like outlook thing. Let's just take from like when we were younger, middle school, high school, like especially people that like live around here and like elsewhere that you've seen. Like, do you think people have like generally like declined in the sense of like their situational awareness, how they view the world, or that they become like more apt to like, wow, the world is changing around me, and now I have to like pick up the pace a little bit?
I think there's a select few that are the latter that realize that, but I think that's the case for everyone. But I think generations as a whole are just getting softer and weaker, and just, I don't know, society's trending in that direction that a lot of the greatest societies of histories have trended to, where now everyone gives a shit about like cross-dressing and transgender and who's got a wiener and who doesn't. And
I think it's scary.
Strange values.
Yeah, who's got XY, who's binary, something.
Yeah.
Like all that stuff. Like it starts becoming a like gender identity becomes like an integral part of like
Your everyday.
society.
Right.
Yeah.
People be pronouncing their pronames when they, address themselves at some of these like institutions and stuff. They'll say it right before they say they're known. I'm a white male. I go by they or them. Like something like that. Yeah, I seen it in these interviews. But I was gonna ask, like, you're real into like nutrition and working out and stuff, obviously. So everything that's in our food nowadays, isn't it all just very like poisonous stuff?
Yeah, it is, and it's
very
like
bad
once you become aware of it, it's so hard to go back. I mean, but it's so easy to just,
because that's what everything is.
It's everything.
Yeah.
I mean, now I just eat. Like,
Do you think it's on purpose?
I think it is.
Yeah.
Or is it just because it's a mass thing? Like, they have to do it for so many people, they had to cut everything where it's just like, we have to feed everyone, it doesn't matter. You know? It doesn't matter how bad it is for them because people are still living long.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they sacrifice it, you know? They don't give a fuck. But we could probably live longer. You know? Like all our old heads.
I think it's a little bit of both.
That's what. Yeah, I don't understand that because like our food has generally gotten worse as time's gone on.
Yeah.
But our life expectancy has gone up. So
Ours is declining in America though. Males
It
is going down. It's gone down the last 2 or 3 years. It's the first time it's happened. Like it
That'd
went
be-
down from like 77 to
But I think it'd be unfair to
74.
say like it's just generally solely on food. But I think that's a pretty big part of it. Like with the food we eat, the things that we consume, because everything is so hypersexualized now. That's kind of weird to me. Or like you see, like you have TikTok, don't you?
Yeah.
You see how like teachers are like really pushing like what they like.
telling 4-year-olds they're trans.
Yeah.
You know, stuff like that.
I just tweeted about that. Look, here, I'll show you.
And drag queens going to shows
Oh
and
my
schools
God.
and all these book clubs. It's very strange stuff. Like I don't know.
It is, and like
You know?
my public opinion is that stuff like you do, just don't shove it down my throat. Like,
Yeah.
you can do what you want.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I don't care what
I'm
you
cool
do
with
behind
that.
closed
Cool.
doors.
Yeah.
I don't care what you do.
And
behind
with
closed
children,
doors.
bro. Don't fuck with children.
You can't. You can't. They're so impressionable.
Stay away from the kids.
Yeah.
That's why
Divide and conquer. That's why you really think it's like it just starts from the bottom up. They have to do something to the children for like the generations to grow that way. Because I remember like when we were younger, they pushed like certain things on us. Like you had to go to college. It was like an absolute necessity.
Oh, yeah.
And if you didn't, they were like you were like frowned upon.
All our teachers loved Obama. I remember that too.
Yeah.
Being very in the open, even at a private school.
I would say though, he's a very good speaker. He got a lot of
Dude,
people.
our class, I was in 4th grade at the time, and we would like have combined, like on Fridays, like watching TV time, like 15
Yeah.
minutes, and all the kids were like slamming their fists on the desk, like, "Oh wow, you won!" Like, "Oh wow, the craziest thing I ever seen." I was the only one not.
That's
saying that, I
hilarious.
swear.
Yeah. Dude was like, fuck that.
I was sick.
Yeah.
Dude, he had the highest gas prices back when I was in high school, and I was sick. I was paying like $3.20, $3.50 sometimes. I'd go to the gas station in the morning and be soggy, like, damn, Obama rocking me, right?
Yeah.
And then Michelle fucked our lunches up.
I do remember
She
that.
took all-
that was
took
crazy
all that
because
the good
listen,
shit out.
I don't get it twisted now because school lunches used to be heat.
Yes,
Yeah.
I agree.
They did,
They
and then
clapped.
all of a sudden
We
one
used to be
day,
able to get Sundays and shit at
dude,
We had it all. Cookies,
Oh my
Red
God.
Baron pizza, and then everything
Yeah.
just went away, and everyone was, like, starving.
crazy.
Like,
And now you look at the food; it's not even fucking edible.
no.
It looks
It's
like some
garbage.
just
Organic garbage. And I'm saying, like, organic's good, but it's, like expired and shit. Like, it
Yeah.
doesn't look, like, fresh. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Yeah.
like, what are you feeding these
Busted,
motherfuckers?
dude.
I heard they're about to get rid of that shit though. You know that?
What?
Rid of school
Universal.
lunches, like for free and shit.
That's evil, man.
You think?
I do. Yeah, I do think that.
Yeah.
How do you do that to kids, bro? Like we said, that's somebody's only meal. Some kids,
Yeah,
you know.
there's a lot of kids that rely on that.
Yeah. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Some schools, like, I don't know, the vending machines ain't gonna feed people well, and people's cafeterias. Sometimes they got them side cafes in school. I mean, there ain't nothing.
Yeah.
I don't know. These public schools be doing it weird now, it seems.
You think public schools generally are going up or going down, declining?
It depends on the area and depends what kind of money's flowing in, what resources are there. I mean, when you look at Willoughby Eastlake, I mean, what other than the building of the new schools, what other reasons are there to come here?
Yeah, that's fair.
There's amenities, there's money. It's so broad. It's
Mm-hmm.
rather than just like what's wrong with the school.
I've always thought like it's just
the
a problem that it's
community
like tied to
as a whole.
property. I think
That's what it's all tied in. Who's
Yeah.
paying taxes?
Yeah.
And once your tax base goes, like Euclid, for example, it's over. And then they pass all the levies. A lot of people don't own property there. They're just renting or they live in apartments or whatever is the case.
And then
And
they
then-
don't care.
Yeah, and then they get $100 million or $200 million grants for schools and everything's brand new. But then, meanwhile, the rest of the city's falling apart.
Remember Lakeside?
It just doesn't make
Remember
sense.
like in the beginning it was so bad, looked completely run down. And we'd go and it's like a college campus because they got all that money from the state and the feds. It's like, man, I like that's like one of the things I believe that should be like nationalized. Everyone needs to be on the same page.
100 million hits the streets of any of the cities like around here, like of decent size, bro. That is so much money you could do stuff
Oh,
with.
yeah.
That's like ridiculous to just do it on, you know, a few schools or this or that.
Yeah.
You know, it'd be like doing like a prison or something. You know, spend it on something good.
Mhm.
You guys got 100 million. Let's do something with it.
Right.
Ugh, sick. Bad spending.
Yeah, and we're only going to print more. That's the problem. So what do you think is going to happen in like 5 to 10 years? Like culturally, you think we fall?
I don't know. It's tough because I know me and you talked about sometimes like what we thought about like a civil uprising,
Mm-hmm.
and I can see that. Especially if they keep pushing trying to take the guns agenda. I mean, just the different events. There's BLM. There's guns. There's shooting. Like there's a whole bunch of things that
Every
cause
faction
civil-
uses guns.
civil unrest but what scares me about a civil uprising is then once that catches wind, then it's like then I think in like invasion, because who wouldn't invade, right?
That's
And then I think then what happens then?
How many people do you actually think would?
I don't know.
defend
I just don't
Trump?
think we're trending in a good direction.
Yeah. Yeah.
There is a lot of unrest.
Yeah. We gotta circle back to the gun thing. Like, do you think it's more of it's like an inside thing? Like they purposely want to disarm us because they know something that we don't, or they have some sort of agenda that they're trying to work on, or do you think it's just in response to people just being so pissed because of all the mass shootings?
Everything has an agenda, dude.
Yeah.
That's my belief. Everything has an agenda.
Mhm.
Nothing happens. for
Somebody's
no
pushing
reason.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And whatever the motive may be,
Some-
I'd be willing to bet that it's financial, because everything is.
It's funny you say that because I seen a thing today that Biden spent $750 some thousands of dollars on ammunition for IRS agents, and they just hired more federal IRS agents this year. So I think like the whole financial thing, because people are understanding like, you know, inflation's sky high. People are going to try to scheme money one way or the other. I think they're going to come for people really fucking hard, especially in that sense.
Yeah.
And that's what scares me. Like, why are you arming federal agents, especially for like financial shit? Like, I'm a big believer you got to repeal the 16th Amendment. The whole we can levy income tax shit.
Yeah.
Fuck them. You know, why would I have to give my money up for them?
Yeah.
You know?
Agreed.
You gotta hide. You can't even say it. It's like you just have to be so smart about where you place your money. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And what it's in. Because they'll come for it if they have a valid reason. You
Oh,
know?
yeah.
They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
How about people that aren't even ever convicted of anything, but they spend time in jail or they're on trial, and then, you know, they end up beating it and they pay all that money and this and that. It's like crazy.
It's
It's
just a
civil
scam.
forfeiture type stuff.
It's just a scheme.
That's what those police stations do in a lot of them, like small towns and rural places. Like they take like speeding tickets and all that stuff, and they just upcharge them, and anyone that's like an outsider that passes
Right.
through, they try to get, you know. There's a lot of schemes like that going around too.
Now, you talked about like a civil
Crazy.
uprising and then the possibility of like an invasion. So, and I have like asked them and stuff. Let's say Russia goes into Alaska, and they're like, "We're taking everything, and we're gonna slowly come down." Would you go up there and fight?
They're getting smoked.
Yeah,
Man. I don't
that's
know. That's it. I
Yeah.
mean,
We talked about that the one time. We said we were gonna drive up there, so it'll be like a long, you know, journey up there. We might lose a few guys, but like
oh,
We'll
that's
carpool.
fine.
We'll stay the invite type shit, you know.
Bro.
we'll be in the van.
But I really would. I'm not going to Ukraine. I'm not going to fucking.
You die for Alaska, you go up there?
Yeah, of course.
Wow, you're nuts.
Or they could do that as cute. We could all go to Russia and take that bitch, the whole thing,
Yeah.
your whole home,
Mm-hmm.
lady.
We'll free Captain Price, like Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go to the gulag.
Till it's backwards. That's
I've
my
always
guy.
thought about that. Like, what if they actually came in and shit? And I was like, no way. Like, I would definitely go up there and be like, listen, the buck stops here, bud.
Dude, we can handle everybody. I firmly believe
Oh,
that.
yeah.
But it's
Right.
increasingly being challenged right now. Like China and them, if they team up, they could definitely hurt us. Iran, some of them other countries. But make no mistake, America could turn the lights off in any country we want.
Yeah.
That's how I feel about it.
And just think,
And I just know there's some.
400 million.
We have stuff we've never heard of.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Those,
Like, they
those
got
stealth
some-
drone. If you think that's just the start of it, like, bro, I bet they have little like mosquitoes or bee-sized things that probably go into people's things and either bomb or fucking poison them. Like, they
Yeah.
have crazy stuff, dude.
I mean, we do spend the most on our military. They got to have something.
Yeah.
They have
hundreds
to.
of billions a year. They're plucking everybody they can to figure out something in some way.
I did see though that
I'd
China
They could
like.
just throw me
Bob
in,
Lazar.
send me in there.
Oh yeah.
Bob Lazar worked on those craft, those Area 51s and stuff.
You seen that
he
Joe
was a
Rogan
genius.
episode?
I've seen clips, but not.
Oh, he's
the
nuts,
entire-
dude.
Yeah, they used to meet with them and stuff. It depends how you feel about UFOs, but it's some nut shit.
Oh man. Yeah, I don't know, that shit, that's what scares me the most, is when they try to, like, take guns away, and then they applaud, like, oh, Ukraine's giving out guns in the town center because they gotta take up arms because someone's coming to fuck them up. You think that's not gonna happen here? Like, it definitely could happen.
By
We
a
have
way
lot of-
stronger force. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, we might be out of shape, but as long as this still works, my finger in the trigger still works, we'll be alright.
Be alright.
I'm a pretty decent shot, We'll see. Definitely better than you, bud, I'll tell you that.
You better get them, bro.
Look at him over there.
Oh yeah, I wanted to ask you. So you're you flip clothes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's hear about that. How'd you
man.
get started? Like what
Shout
did
her
you
out.
see that
Give her
made
some
you do
credit.
it?
Give her some credit.
Who?
Is it the Twice Love collection?
Yeah.
Follow it on Instagram, Twice Loved. Buy something.
I don't know. We were just looking into different side hustles and whatnot, and I don't know. She likes clothes, so she wanted to try thrifting clothes. So we went a couple times, and it was cool.
Nice.
And then she started an Instagram and posted some of her finds. And obviously, it was the beginning, so it wasn't anything crazy. but
People
we
start
thought,
tapping in,
Yeah,
trying to buy,
so
right?
we started building relationships, seeing what, but I stayed kind of in the backgrounds, and so I'm paying attention to like what's going, what sizes are going, what colors are going, what materials going, like what, you know what I mean, all that analytical stuff.
And she's like the
and
face.
she's on the front end, yeah, she's the face of it, the actual like customer service, I guess you could call it, like interaction part,
Yeah.
relationship building. And now, 3 months later, in 3 months, 2,000 followers.
Wow.
Literally, it's like 600 turned into at least 11
Really?
a week.
Wow.
That's like the sweet.
Wow.
That's like the sweet spot for the engagement at like the follower count.
6
that
or
we're at
11?
right now. Yeah, like
Okay.
spent.
Oh, yeah.
Like 6 and 11 on at least.
Now, is it mostly females?
Yeah,
Yeah.
What do you think the percentage breakdown would be? 80, 90%?
90.
Wow.
Really?
I definitely say.
So they be tapping in.
But it's like a cult.
Yeah, you gotta tell
you
them.
got like they're all like besties.
Listen,
man.
when I go in there and
That's
I
what
show
they-
that
life,
relationship
Little
thing-
community.
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's cool.
And they all support each other, but they just like everything
hammer it
goes.
out.
Yeah, man.
Nice.
yeah. Now, how is that for
That's
like
love.
the relationship side? Like, do you think it's made you and her stronger? Like now that you kind of have like a little business together.
It's made us experienced. That's
right.
for sure.
Yeah.
The whole spectrum, but yeah, it's definitely made us stronger.
That's a cool thing.
We work well together.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun. It's something we both like to do, and it's just adding a little bit of bankroll, man. That's
Right.
it.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, man. It's a good time.
You having a good time all around with it. That's a dope.
But it's
man.
super scalable. Like it's not all that hard.
Mm-hmm. So you just how many?
You
like,
just gotta do it. You just have to take action.
Yeah.
People,
Mm-hmm. Tell them.
do it.
Yeah.
Just do it. That's it.
Oh no, we're gonna
And stay
by Nike.
consistent.
We're getting fucked. Nike's coming after us now.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you heard what he said. Just do it.
Every day you choose.
Yeah. You choose.
You.
How often do you go to a thrift store a week though?
Probably like twice.
Really?
Yeah.
You can find everything off it.
Yeah.
I mean, I see your stories. And
We
stuff.
know what to look for now, though.
Right.
Oh, yeah, you're
right.
probably like a
He's
fucking
experienced,
hawk.
so it's like easy. You know what I mean? I used to
Oh
shop
yeah,
at
snap.
right.
Yeah.
I used to shop a lot at thrift stores. Always
Yeah.
got good stuff. Yeah. Never flip like that. Just would buy stuff.
Really?
Yeah. There's always good stuff.
Yeah, I'm never buying retail again.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, for like most.
You'd be surprised how much stuff is nice and only maybe worn like
Yeah,
once or twice.
dude.
You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
it's
it's
really
insane.
not like what you picture. If for a lot of people that have never been to thrift stores, but
Mhm.
you know depends where you go and this and that.
Yeah. I feel like it's like city dependent too.
Mm-hmm.
Like around here, it's not bad. You can
Yeah.
find some nice stuff. I mean, obviously it works.
Always
for you guys
did.
and stuff. It's interesting. So you guys, you think that's like probably your like main thing? You're not gonna try to branch off and do other stuff, just strictly clothes.
I think we're gonna take a little more vintagey angle.
Yeah.
And,
That
try
seems to be like
try-
a trending thing.
Yeah.
Now, what's
See-
the like
see what-
candles?
Huh?
What about the candles?
I mean, dude, she really did that shit where she kind of just built it where it kind of runs itself.
Really?
Like, I mean, she periodically pours candles, but
So does she have?
it's
her own,
like it's like
distributor?
on a monthly basis.
Oh.
Shit's genius.
Yeah.
Like she spent all that time. Dude, it's so incredible. Like you actually seeing like a business system firsthand. Like
Yeah.
How it was built, like the infrastructure to
You
it.
plan it out right. It's all.
Yeah.
You know, it just flows.
And so
It's
she's
awesome.
got wholesale customers, retail, like, and they just order and put their order in.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And I mean, like running that business like cash on cash, it's pretty close to 100% return.
Really?
Yeah.
What do you think like a margin is on a candle?
Wholesale, at least 50%.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
Wow.
Yeah, that's good.
And then if you're on like direct to consumer, what do you think it is? Like 25% more? No, it just gets up.
Depends what we're talking about.
Yeah.
I can't spill all the beans.
Well, of course not, but damn. Maybe we should make
just a
candles.
little bit more. Just a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah, I think we gotta start making candles, Mike.
Hey, that coconut wax, man. These people like that organic.
I do like
it's one
that.
of the top 5 things that sells.
Yeah,
Sells. My bad. Couldn't think of the word.
it's candles.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like candles, jewelry, those oils,
Yeah.
and there's 2 more. I think it's like treats, like desserts, and there's something else.
Ooh,
Mhm.
treats.
We're going back to it. Yeah.
But yeah, there's like those are the top 5 that you can do
Nice.
that sell.
Top 5. Well, let's do a top 5.
Name something. Let's run it.
No, you named something. I did it last time.
Hmm. Oh, I got some. Top 5 desserts.
Oh, okay. 5. Oh man, this is tough. Now I gotta look up a list. I need a reference point.
What we talking dessert wise? Like just candy count, or you want like
I would
Apple
consider
pie.
dessert like you just had dinner and shit and you just need
Yeah.
something before bed. You're like, fuck, I need
Something
this.
sweet.
you like cheesecake,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, you guys are getting me all fired up, dude.
cannolis, I don't know,
Oh. You're gonna make them come out.
pizzelles,
Shit.
Dude,
you know,
I was thinking about getting
chocolate
some
chip
sauce, right?
cookies. I don't know.
I don't really like pizzelles like that.
Right.
I like
More for
theirs.
me.
Vanilla ones are good.
Actually, I don't know if I can name a top 5, bro. Just
You
give me
can.
all
Just give me
of
a
them. Right
ball.
now.
All right,
Give me
good
a-
answer.
This
fair.
is crazy.
So do you have to watch yourself on sweets a lot? Like you try to just maybe
Um,
indulge here and there, or how do you manage that?
Well, now that I'm participating in
Cut.
smoking again,
Mm-hmm.
it's a little more difficult depending on the day, depending what's available.
Mm-hmm.
But you get used to it. You kind of just tell yourself no.
And that's it.
That's it.
What's
it
up?
sucks sometimes, but because I mean, we know how the snacks taste.
You like the quote like out of sight, out of mind? You got to keep it out.
Yeah, that's sort of like half the shit in my life, man.
Really?
Yeah. I just be going from when I wake up till I go to sleep. Like, it's not that I'm not thinking about, like, something or someone.
Yeah.
It's just, like,
Dude, that like
out of
it's-
sight, out of mind,
with
dude.
like not smoking and stuff, dude. Sometimes I'm like, fuck, man, I just want to puff.
Not
so
smoking.
bad. Yeah.
Yeah,
man,
but once you beat them first few days, it's not bad.
dude, the first 5 days,
Yeah,
were
it's
like
tough.
literal agony. I was like, oh
Ah,
my
never
god.
let you hit it.
But you use it for like therapy, you know, after you work out and you want to calm
I would
down.
definitely do that.
and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also helps
that's
with like
nice.
sleep, but like the problem,
Definitely.
not necessarily a problem, but like the substitute with that is like I would literally just try to fill my schedule as much as possible, work out pretty hard, and now you don't need that. You know,
Yeah.
you just don't need that anymore.
What would you say is a typical like meal for you? Like you eat twice a day, 3 times a day. How do you do that?
Like, right now, so I'm cutting right now.
Cutting weight.
So, I'm eating, like, 2,200 calories a day.
Mm-hmm.
Probably most of the time won't eat breakfast. If I remember, it'll be just, like, overnight oats. I use a packet of, like, Quaker, like those oatmeal packets, like the cinnamon one.
Those are good.
Greek yogurt,
Yeah.
like
Popular.
2 cups worth. Protein powder, almond milk, and like whatever fruit. I'll use like a banana or frozen blueberries or something. Just like shake it up and Leave
Run
that.
that
That's nice.
It's like 550.
Now those
calories.
overnight oats, do you make those yourself?
Yeah.
Really? And you never gave me the recipe.
Dude, you
I
never
know.
asked. But
Might have to share that.
typically, like, I don't really eat breakfast, so I guess I intermittent fast by default, like with no real intent, just because. So I don't know. I'm just heavy on like lean meats, so I'll eat at least a pound of either beef, chicken, or turkey. Veggies, sweet potatoes or rice. Probably 100 to 200 calories of each. And then the same thing for dinner. I just keep it simple, clean.
So when do you
on
stop
fruit.
eating? Like, is there a time in the day you're like, all right?
7, 8, anything like that.
It doesn't really matter because I eat it like within the same window every day. I'll typically eat by like, or I'll eat lunch at like 2, and then I'll eat dinner at like 6 or 7. So within that 4 to 5 hour window, and the rest of the time I don't really eat.
I think I put it in the lab today too, but I sent you that Huberman guy.
Oh yeah.
Huberman lab. And like he told, like when he was like talking about like intermittent fasting, like trying to lose weight and stuff like that, he said don't eat for the first hour you're awake. And by the time you go to bed, let's say you go to bed at 10, you need to stop eating by 8, or if you go to bed at 11. Stop at 9.
Yeah, I try not to eat right before I go to bed.
I feel like it's so bad.
I eat 1 hour before I go to sleep. I eat fruit.
Really?
Yeah, not a lot, just like
A cup.
Yeah.
Nice.
What's your favorite fruit?
Whew. I don't know, man. That's
You're not a
tough.
pineapple guy, are you?
Well,
Grapes.
pineapple can get smacked around.
Come on.
Grapes,
Grapes, what color?
the purple ones.
Oh, I'm a green guy.
Yeah.
Those are good as well.
The
They grew on me.
bananas and grapes at the same time. That's
Right.
my
Blueberries, stuff like that.
dude.
I eat a lot of that.
I feel like blueberries are only good when they're mashed up and like thrown in
It's
something.
false. That's
I don't
false,
know.
dude.
It's just-
I have some blueberries.
What?
I don't like pineapple either.
What?
And the
What?
texture is weird.
Not a
as
big
fuck.
pineapple guy, but watermelon, it's the
Oh,
same shit. It's the same texture.
Oh
That's
my
how I feel
God.
about it.
Watermelon would get.
A little softer.
Oh yeah.
There's so much good fruit. Oof.
You ever have mangoes and strawberries together?
Yep.
Oh, that's probably a nice combo.
Yeah.
I never had a real mango.
Damn, I'm definitely running up a fruit tray on my way home. I don't get that twisted. It's getting exploded.
Oh man. You have any more questions for him? Anything? I mean, it's your first time meeting him. What do you think? A lot better than you expected? You can roast him on here.
There's nothing.
Yeah, you can, bro. I was real geeked when I first got here. For real.
I was looking at your. I was looking at your eyes, like when we were standing like waiting for the elevator. I was like, "Holy shit, he looks high
dude.
as
Some
fuck."
of them, I don't know. Sometimes it just gets me.
Yeah, looks like the demon in the eyes. But no, I was gonna say, what's something you think somebody could take to be healthy? You know, every day. What's one thing you think would help somebody? Maybe a habit you follow.
One thing that can help people be healthy every day. You know what? You guys need to drink more water, man.
That's
I'm
good
gonna say that number one. You guys need to be drinking
lots
and lots of water until you feel sick of it.
That was a good question.
Get to the gym, bro. Whatever the excuse may be, you're nervous. I get it. Everyone starts somewhere. Be the change that you want. Make the change. It's going to be the best decision you ever made. Take action. Just do it. You choose.
You choose. Thanks for coming on, Roland.
Appreciate it, my boys.
Appreciate it. That was good. That was nice.